with wine, just with my family and friends. So it's just it's part of the meal. It's part of connecting people, over that meal experience. We started in 2006. We were making wine in our basement in Portland with our family.
It's interesting to hear how many people in the Valley it's stumbled into this world of wine, and then decided that maybe I want to go a little bit deeper.
Yeah, totally.
And freaking wine in the garage, that's really cool.
It's part of that pioneering spirit.
Yeah. I agree.
So 2017 rosé pinot noir.
Super delicious, really bright.
Yeah,
I like the acidity that it has.
Yeah,
more so than a lot of rosés out here.
Yeah, so we do two different rosés. So this is our classic rosé. This is really what we release for the summertime. So 100% stainless steel aged, and all I'm going for is literally juicy, bright, and delicious. We have just about 3 acres planted.
Okay.
Yeah, and that maxes us out here. We're only a 5-acre property.
Okay.
My wife and I, we live here on the property with our 2 girls.
Yep.
6 and 4, Adela and Ava.
Cool.
I'm gonna hang out over here.
Okay. Away from the camera.
Yeah. How are you?
Great to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Thanks for having me out.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how the two of you met working together. My wife and I actually met at the Allison
Oh,
and
really?
started dating there. Brian was talking about how rare it seems that people actually fall in love at work.
Yeah. I mean, when you're working together, you spend so much time together.
Yep.
So
it's totally true.
It makes sense.
It's totally true.
Working together, we were together all the time.
Right.
So you get to see, it was like this relationship on steroids because you get to see each other, stressed out, working through different budgets on projects. And it was a great crash course in life.
It was cool because we dated in this dating all these different cities.
Yeah.
Together until we traveled a lot.
Okay.
And so
we haven't covered that too
we
much yet.
spent a ton in New York City and
well, that
Los
lends
Angeles
itself to a unique experience as it relates to relationships.
Yeah.
So I always like to include a little bit of education in this, and with the ripening process, the acid decreases and the sugars increase. And you want to pick at that perfect opportune moment where the sugars and the acids are complementary.
That's right.
To make a balanced finished product. So feel free to pick up there.
Yeah, I mean, that balance, that's the key word. So just like you said, as any fruit ripens, sugar is increasing, acid is dropping out. So what we're trying to do in wine is pick it right in the sweet spot where the flavors are right, but it still has good, refreshing acidity. You want to do a barrel sample of one of the 2017s?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. One thing that we're sort of proud about is our very little baby press. And I say sort of proud about it because really it's exhausting. So we did almost 100 press loads this last year because we use a very small press. Okay. But it does help us with our style of wine. So we keep that press in here.
That little guy.
But that little guy is our press.
1,700 cases goes through that.
1,700 cases right through that thing. So very, very small. All right, so I'm going to share with you one of the 2017. So really, 17 is shaping up to be an incredible vintage.
Okay.
And this here is a brand new vineyard for us. So again, trying to add diversity. This is our first time working with fruit from the Dundee Hills. So classic Oregon.
That might be my favorite AVA.
Okay, all right, cool. So this to me is classic Dundee Hills. This is the Anna vineyard, which if you're sitting out back at Winderley, on their deck, and you look down, there's a pond.
It's been around for a long time too, right?
Yeah, that's right, exactly. That's right.
My goodness,
the 70s.
You're getting some amazing, iconic fruit.
Yeah, totally.
For such a new producer, that's a really cool thing.
And this particular barrel here, this is an older barrel for us.
Okay.
So you're not getting a lot of new oak flavors on this.
No, it's super fresh and clean.
Yeah, it's fruit, right? It's just about the fruit at this point.
It is.
But it's to me, this is this classic Dundee. It has, it's the red fruits, like a strawberry type profile to me. But it kind of has that. I hear a lot of people describe it almost like an animalistic side, and you're especially seeing that early on. Yeah, I mean, some of that will soften up, and that's the thing. To your point, it's Dundee Hills. That's the characteristic of that IDA. It's not. We're not talking like a barnyard fault. It's not like that. It's just part of that fruit profile. We're super into Chardonnay right now. To me, this is just the best food pairing wine.
Yep.
We have this. We'll have this wine with anything from seafood to pasta, all the way up to steak.
Cool.
It really is an incredible pairing wine. It's also an amazing aging wine.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those wines that we can pop the cork on it, and actually, it's brand new. Well, I'll just leave it open on the counter without even putting the cork back into it, and it will last for days. It's really an incredible wine. With this vineyard here, this is a very high elevation vineyard, so 1,000 feet, which here in Oregon is really high, and it's actually out on the eastern edge of the valley, so out near Mount Angel.
Okay.
It just kind of makes it different right off the bat. And super rocky soil.
Okay.
The soil at the site was so rocky that they actually built a rock wall around the vineyard with the rocks that came out of there as they were trying to plant it. And Dijon clones, but with that high elevation, it just keeps this really nice, refreshing acidity.
Yep.
And what I'm trying to do is 100% oak fermented, oak aged, and I'm not going for like flabby, buttery flavors.
Right.
Like,
I don't get that in the slightest.
Yeah, totally. I'm just trying to give it more of like this textural component to help balance that.
It's got a nice body, the mid palate. It's really got a lot of minerality to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually touched on this earlier, like a little bit of a salty, savory quality in one of the wines. I get that a lot in here too.
Yeah, it's almost like on the finish we keep getting. It's almost like crushed oyster shells.
Yeah,
good
analogy. I like that.
And which I'm so excited about. I remember the first time that as this wine ages, and Chardonnay really takes its time aging. And so as I was pulling samples one day, we started getting onto the finish, and I literally ran in the house and told Laura, I was like, I'm so excited. Like, we have like that crushed oyster shell thing, which I love out of like good French Chardonnay.
For those of you that are following on Facebook, I'm actually going to be giving away this bottle of wine. And so the way that you get entered into win, 2 things you have to do. 1, share this video. 2, tag the person that you would drink this bottle of wine with. And once you do that, you'll be entered. And I'll announce soon the exact date of the drawing, probably be a week and a half to 2 weeks. So appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah, you can't put that part in.